Welcome grade 7 students! Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel ko, huwag mag-alala dahil dito mas padadaliin natin ang mga English lessons mo. Click like, comment, and subscribe at i-share mo na din sa iba pang tulad mong estudyante para mas marami pang estudyanteng tulad mo ang matuto. Today, let's talk about the steps in the writing process. For our learning competency, revise the literary text for coherence and cohesion. Use transitional markers. For our learning objectives, follow the steps in writing a story. Write a draft using a story map and a story timeline as learner's guide in writing. To start with, let us answer the question, what is a story map? A story map looks like this. So let us first discuss the parts of a story map. A story map is a visual tool used to outline the key elements of a story. It helps readers and writers organize the narrative structure by breaking down the main components. Ang story map ay ginagamit upang ilahad ang mga pangunahing elemento ng isang kwento. Ito ay nakakatulong sa mga mambabasa at manunulat na ayusin ang istruktura ng naratibo sa pamamagitan ng paghahati sa mga mahalagang bahagi ng kwento. A story map is a graphic organizer that helps students learn the elements of literature by identifying characters, plot, and setting. It is used during and after reading a text. Story maps are often used in educational settings to improve reading comprehension and guide story writing. They help students understand how a story develops from beginning to end and are especially useful for visual learners. In a typical story map, you'll find sections for 1. Setting. This is where and when the story takes place. Ito ang tinatawag na tagpuan sa Filipino. Ito ang nagsasabi kung saan at kailan nangyari ang kwento. Number 2. Characters. The main people, animals, or figures in the story. Ito naman ang tinatawag ng mga tauhan o karakter o personalidad sa isang kwento. Sila ang mga taong gumaganap sa kwento at sa kanila umiikot ang mga pangyayari. Number 3. Plot. This refers to the sequence of main events or actions in the story. Ito ang tinatawag na banghay sa Tagalog. Ang banghay ay ang pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga pangyayari sa isang kwento. Ito ang istruktura o balangkas ng kwento na nagpapakita ng pag-usad ng mga pangyayari mula sa simula, kasukdulan, at wakas. The plot has 5 essential parts, namely exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. Now let's talk about the 5 essential parts of a plot, starting off with the exposition. Exposition is the introduction or beginning of a story that reveals important background information. This can include setting and details about characters. Sa exposition, nilalahad ng manunulat kung sino ang mga tauhan sa kwento at kung saan naganap ang mga pangyayari sa kwento. Next, rising action. This refers to all the events that happen in a story on the way to the climax. The rising action pushes the plot along, building tension to keep us invested in the story as it moves forward. It is the second stage in the plot after the initial exposition. Ito ang bahagi ng kwento kung saan nagsisimula ang pagtaas ng tensyon o interes. Sa bahaging ito, nagkakaroon ng mga suliranin o komplikasyon na nagpapahirap sa mga tauhan at nagpapabago sa kanilang mga sitwasyon. Dito, nagiging mas kapanapanabik ang kwento habang papalapit sa kasukdulan na siyang pinakamataas na punto ng emosyon o aksyon. Climax. The turning point and the most intense part of the story where the main conflict reaches its peak. The climax is often the emotional high point and the moment of greatest suspense. Sa Tagalog, ito ang tinatawag na kasukdulan. Ito ang pinakamataas at pinakakapanapanabik na bahagi ng kwento. Sa puntong ito, nagaganap ang pinakamahalagang pangyayari kung saan nahaharap ang pangunahing tauhan sa pinakamalaking hamon o tunggalian. Dito, nagkakaroon ng malinaw na resolusyon sa mga pangunahing problema at nagiging daan ito para mabago ang daloy ng kwento patungo sa kanyang katapusan. Falling action. The events that follow the climax, leading towards a resolution. In this stage, the story starts winding down and conflicts or challenges begin to resolve. Sa parting ito, nagsisimulang humupa ang kwento at ang mga suliranin o hamon ay unti-unting nalulutas. Resolution or denouement. The conclusion where loose ends are tied up and the conflict is fully resolved. The resolution provides closure for the story, showing the outcome of the character's journey. Ito ang bahagi ng kwento kung saan ang natitirang tanong o problema ay nalulutas at ang tunggalian ay ganap na natatapos. Dito, ipinapakita ang kinalabasan ng pakikipagsapalaran ng tauhan. Number 4, conflict. The central struggle or problem in the story which drives the plot. Conflicts can be internal within a character or external between characters, nature, or society. Ito ang pangunahing laban o problema sa kwento na nagpapatakbo ng balangkas. Ito ay maaring internal sa loob ng tauhan o external sa pagitan ng tauhan, kalikasan o lipunan. Number 5, theme. The underlying message, idea, or insight about life that the author conveys through the story. Themes are often universal ideas such as love, friendship, courage, or loss. Ito ang nakatagong mensahe, ideya o pananaw tungkol sa buhay na pinapahatid ng may akda sa pamamagitan ng kwento. Ang mga tema ay kadalasang may pangkalahatang ideya tulad ng pag-ibig, pagkakaibigan, katapangan at iba pa. Number 6, point of view. The perspective from which the story is told, such as first person using I or we, third person limited, focused on one character's thoughts and feelings, or third person omniscient, all knowing narrator. Ito ang perspektiba kung saan isinasalaysay ang kwento tulad ng unang panauhan gamit ang salitang ako o kami, ikatlong panauhan na limitado, nakatuon sa mga iniisip at nararamdaman ng isang tauhan, o ikatlong panauhan na omniscient kung saan lahat ay nalalaman ng tagapagsalaysay. Number 7, tone and mood. The tone is the author's attitude toward the subject, while the mood is the atmosphere created for the reader. This can affect how the reader emotionally engages with the story. Ang tono ay ang saloobin ng may akda patungo sa paksa samantalang ang mood ay ang atmosfera o damdaming nililikha para sa mambabasa. Ang mga ito ay maari makaapekto sa emosyonal na pakikipag-ugnayan ng mambabasa sa kwento. This time, let us analyze the story The Lion and the Mouse based on the parts of a story map so that you can have a clear vision or understanding of how each part is developed. For this story, the setting is in a jungle, the time, daytime, or unspecified time period. For the characters, we have the main characters, the lion, a powerful, mighty lion who rules over the jungle, and the mouse, a small, timid mouse who becomes brave when it matters most. For the exposition part of the plot, the story begins with the lion sleeping in the jungle. A little mouse accidentally disturbs the lion by running across his paw, waking him up. Rising action. The angry lion captures the mouse and threatens to eat him. The mouse pleads for mercy and promises to help the lion someday if he is spared. Amused by the idea, the lion laughs but lets the mouse go. Climax. Later, the lion is caught in a hunter's net and struggles to escape. The lion roars in desperation. Falling action. Hearing the lion's roar, the mouse comes to his aid and begins gnawing through the ropes, eventually freeing the lion from the trap. Resolution. The lion is grateful for the mouse's help, realizing that even a small friend can make a big difference. They part ways as friends. Conflict of the story. External conflict. The lion initially threatens to harm the mouse. The lion becomes trapped in a net, and the mouse must help him escape. Theme. Kindness is rewarded, and no act of kindness is too small. Even the smallest creature can help the mightiest. Tone. The tone of the story is light-hearted and didactic. The author uses a gentle and sometimes humorous tone, especially when the lion laughs at the idea of the small mouse being able to help him. The story carries a moral message emphasizing the importance of kindness and the value of friendship. Point of view. The story is told from a third person omniscient point of view. The narrator has insight into the thoughts and feelings of both characters, allowing readers to understand the lion's initial amusement and later gratitude, as well as the mouse's initial fear and later determination to help. This perspective helps convey the story's moral by showing both sides of the characters' relationship. So, did you learn something from our discussion? I hope you did. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you'll get notified whenever we have a new video. Thank you for watching.